Hi, in this video, we will be learning about getting summary statistics. So basically knowing different statistics, minimum, maximum, median, and others of the variables we have been working on. Then we will go through simple plots, and the last two things we will go into is storing libraries and an advanced plot. The first advanced look to first look to advanced plot called ggplot. So the data we have been working with is cars that have two columns, like one is speed and distance. So if you want to know the statistics, like overall statistics of the columns, the function we use is summary. For example, let's go to the code we have been using. So here, so we had the variable cars that has speed and distance columns. So if you click on this summary, you get like what is the statistics, like all these statistics, median, first quartile, that is 25th percentile, third quartile, like 75th percentile, and others. So you can also manually get other statistics, like manually get specific statistics. For example, you want to know the mean value of column 1, that is speed. So I'm writing like mean bracket, then cars, and I want specific column 1. So this gives specifically the mean of all the speed values. You can get the median. So these are examples of how you can actually get the statistics. These are very commonly used things. For example, you have a data, you want to know if there is a missing value, or if there's like if the overall average value looks good or bad, or how it looks like. So these are commonly used functions. So let's go to the next thing. We will learn how to make simple scatter plot. So as we will creating something like this. So we have an x-axis of speed and y-axis of distance. So the two variables we have is speed and distance that we will plotting. So let's see how we can do that. So what I'm doing here is I'm storing the speed, that is column 1 to x, and column 2 of car variable to y. And then I'm saying, okay, plot x versus y, where the level of x will be speed and level of y will be distance. So after I plot it, you see that there's in the right bottom panel, there's a like option like plot. It may be something else in the beginning, but you have to click on the plot, you get this one. So these are very, very basic example of how you can actually plot in R. You can go like in an advanced option, like using even plot. For example, here I put X and Y, whereas you can also go directly, we could also directly write like cars 1 versus cars column 2, and then the same thing. So you're basically getting the same thing. You don't have to, okay, it's basically cars. So you basically get the same thing. Here I'm storing variables in X and Y for convenience, but you can also directly put this in here. So let's go to the more advanced plotting option in R. So the advanced plotting option we will be talking about is called ggplot. So ggplot is a package that is like developed for R, and which is like give you a very, very advanced option of plotting, a lot of option for color, a lot of option for different types of plotting. So it is entirely, should be entirely a different tutorial that I will be covering, but today I will give you the first look. Before we use the ggplot, one thing that I haven't covered in this video that I have brought here is R has a lot of function by default. Like it's like R has its own library at its home, and its library has a lot of books. You use R uses those books whenever it needs. The thing is, there are libraries like in different places that R don't know. For example, there's a library in a different place that is useful, but your R don't know that. So what you have to do is you have to install that library in your computer. Then you have to call that library So for example, the ggplot we will be using, we will need a library called ggplot2. So most of the people who are like who just started R will not have this ggplot. So you have to install it. So to install it, there's a command like to install it, you can do that using function like install dot packages, then you like ggplot2 and then press enter. So I already have it, so I'm not pressing enter here, but you have to do that. So after, like, it takes few minutes to install it. After it is installed, so that means your computer have that package. But if you want to use it, you have to call that package to your current R environment. So for example, I will be using ggplot. So I'm saying that library ggplot means it's like I want this library, so I'm calling it library ggplot. Similarly, another library we're using is dplyr. You also install it. So why I'm using dplyr? One of the functions we will be using later, for example, this one requires dplyr. So you also write like install package dplyr and install it. So then again, call it. So let's see, let's make a simple plot using ggplot. For example, what I'm doing here is I'm saying I'm taking the cars variable, and this is a fast way to say ggplot to plot the data. I'm saying ggplot to use this cars data, and where the x will be the speed column and y will be the distance column. So the whole plot is stored in the variable p, and then I'm like printing p, so it looks like this. So there are a lot of options we can work on to modify this and change this that we will be learning in a different tutorial. For now, just learn the first thing, like there is something called ggplot, and you can actually plot something. So the last thing I will be covering in this video is you have the picture, like you have the image. Now you want to export it. So I usually follow two ways to export an image to my local computer. So one of the things that is writing the function png. So there are different functions, like you can write JPG and JPG. There are like others that I have to look into it, but I commonly use PNG. So I write a function PNG, then parentheses, and then the name of the exported PNG file. So basically the image that will be exported will have this name. So I write this, then write print p. Here p is the name of the image that I stored previously. So for example, I'm writing PNG. This is the figure name, print, and dev off. Dev off is basically closing this PNG image. So if you don't dev off, this image won't be created. You have to dev off each time you create a PNG. For example, let's see our folder that we just exported. So this is the thing that we just exported now, like using the PNG function. So there's like more advanced option, like ggsafe. So ggsafe is commonly used to export a ggplot. For example, this is a ggplot where we want to save it in our local computer. The first thing we put is the variable, and the next thing is the file name. The file name we want to export, and the image size, like in 20 centimeter width, 50 centimeter height, and others. So let's look at how it looks like. So this is the exported file that has a dimension exactly what we need. So these are like common example. One thing I didn't show, but this is very important. Anytime anything is needed in R, you can easily get help from R. For example, I need to know about ggplot. So in R, a common function that is used like question and then whatever you want to learn. So you want to learn about ggplot2, question mark, and ggplot2. When you click it, this has a menu help. It comes up with a list of things. You can write anything you want. For example, I want to learn about read .csv. So this shows read.csv help option. There are a lot of things. Anything you want, you just put a question mark and write the function that you're interested in learning about. So this was all about the tutorial I have been covering. So this is like the beginning part one, and hopefully I will be covering more more on ggplot and data manipulation and advanced calculation in future. So hope you all learned everything I wanted to teach you, and stay safe and good luck. Thank you very much.